Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to give you an update. In my last video, I had said about being sick and I sounded pretty bad, and as you can tell, I'm not as bad as I was, but I'm still not feeling well, so I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, and hopefully she'll give me something that can get the rest of this crap out and everything. As you know, excuse me, back in February I had said about I'd had the flu. I'd actually went to the doctor once, like when the symptoms first started, and he wouldn't give me anything, and then it got really bad, so I went back again, and he told me that even though the test didn't show that I had the flu and everything, that he was labeling it as the flu, so then that put me down for almost 10 days, and that was a week from hell, really almost 10 days of hell. I turned around and I've never had the flu before, and I just pray that I never get it again, and I feel for anybody that's going through it, and I just wouldn't wish it on anybody. My grandmother, they thought that she'd already been in and out of the hospital and everything, and they said it was a touch of bronchitis. Well, then she turned around and she can't shake this. I mean, she's had this for I don't even know how many weeks now. It's unreal. And she'd wound up going back to the doctor here like a week or two ago, and they told her that it was pneumonia until they had a chest x-ray done, and then they determined that it was, full-blown bronchitis, but she still has the cough and that, so I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with her. My grandfather had not gotten this even when my mom and you were sick, and of course Grammy's been sick the whole time, and he hadn't gotten it. Well, now he's getting it and everything, but he doesn't seem to be as bad as, nowhere near as bad as my grandmother. Neither of us are anywhere near as bad as her. I really feel for her. So that's what's going on there. On the 6th of March here, my great-uncle Leo passed away. That was a shock. He had a massive heart attack Tuesday morning, and they had said, that he had died, and but they kept running tests and that and different stuff, trying to keep him going, but he could only go on a respirator. He would last maybe like a minute or something without it being turned on, and then they'd have to hurry up and turn it back on again. So finally, they had to pull the plug, so to speak, and everything on Wednesday morning, and he lasted for about a half hour after that, then he was gone. And it's real hard, and it makes you evaluate life, because, I mean, he hadn't really had any problems. I mean, my aunt said that, there were just little things, like the day before or whatever, but it was nothing. I mean, he had a cough and that and everything, and just like you figure he's tired from the cold, you don't even think of these things, and then the next thing you know, he's gone, and they don't know what caused massive heart attack, just the fact that they're figuring there was a blood clot there too, and that didn't help matters. So, but he was a beautiful man, and he's definitely going to be missed. I loved him very much, and he definitely was a light, and now he's shining up in heaven, and probably giving my great-grandma Dorothy a hard time and everything, but I don't know. Where's spring at? On a lighter note, where's spring? I don't see spring. When I look out the window, I see snow. We have a storm going through right now, and it's snowing. It actually started snowing sometime after 5 this morning. I was up and I saw it and everything, so it was probably around like, we'll just say around 5 this morning it started and everything, and I'm just waiting to see how much. We were supposed to have 1 to 3 inches by morning, but then it didn't start last night, so I don't know overall how much we're going to wind up with. All I know is that I don't like it. I love snow, don't get me wrong, but it's spring. I want sunshine. The flowers are trying to come up and everything. It's too much. So, because I don't think anybody's going to get feeling better till we get some sun, so I just pray it warms up. I saw Friday's supposed to be nice, I guess. I mean, it's supposed to snow throughout the week, but Friday it's supposed to be sunny and up to like 43 or something. At least that's what my phone tells me, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'm just hoping, for Easter and everything here that we have some decent weather. I know the kids like to go out and they have like the Easter egg hunts and stuff outside, and I hope that they get to do that, because yeah, it's part of being a kid. Now, we never did that. I remember eggs always being hidden in the house, but I don't think that we ever went outside. I'm not sure, but I know that we never went to any of the things in town or anything like that. But I know that that's a real highlight for the kids, so I hope that they get to do that. Yeah, update. I've applied for a few jobs online. Of course, obviously I'm getting nowhere. I got another job I'm going to look into here and see if I can get anywhere with it. I want to see where the place is located at first. It's actually up in St. Mary's, but I want to see where, like where the business is at itself so I can get a feel too, because I probably got to have to move up there, so I got to get a feel to like where apartments and stuff are at since I don't have a vehicle. And kind of go from there. I don't know. It just seems like there's been a lot of upset here, a lot of excitement, a lot of things have happened, and none of them any good. We're not really getting any good vibes here right now. We're still dealing with neighbor issues, which just seems to be a never-ending battle, and I'm not even going to go into details, but it's just, it's a load of crap, and, oh, excuse me, ugh, man. Is there any guys out there that want to come to my house? I'm not going to give a location here, but I mean, if you know where I live, why don't you come here and everything, and I'll give you a kiss, and I'll pass this on to you. That way I can get rid of it. I mean, I wouldn't wish this upon anybody, but seriously, I'm ready to just give it to somebody else. Maybe I'll see if I can find a lonely frog out there, or, well, as I say, a rabbit, but I don't want to kiss the Easter Bunny. I don't know, it's just, pardon me, I'm having a moment. Tea. Anyway, I don't know. I'm shocked by how fast the time's going. It seems weird that we're almost into April. My grandparents' 48th wedding anniversary is on the 3rd, which is pretty awesome. And then in May, my grandfather will be turning 79, which is so weird to think that my grandfather's going to be 80 next year. It's like, whoa. That's just, I mean, do the Joey Lawrence thing, if anybody remembers that. Whoa. It's just really, really weird to me that, turn around, that everybody's growing old so fast. I mean, it's like I'm going to be 30 in October, and I'm still flipping out over that. And, I mean, I had one day where I was, like, really bad, and it hit me, and as it gets closer, I know it's going to hit me more, and I know age is just a number, but I'm telling you, it's so unreal. And, so, I don't know, but I had a moment this morning, and I wanted to bring this up, because I think that the whole thing, like, without interacting, and like, with these videos and that, is to see if, like, somebody would post and say, hey, I have that same problem, or, well, I know, really not so much I know where you're coming from, because I'm getting so tired of people saying that they know where I'm coming from, because you really don't until you walk in my shoes. But I know, like, with certain things that some people can say, well, I can relate to that because I've done that before. And this is one of those things where I'm looking to see who actually understands this and who has been through it before. Oh, excuse me. So I call up to the doctor, and, I get the appointment made, and she automatically cold, so, you got this wrong, that wrong, whatever, because she's got to put it in the computer. I'm like, yeah, no, whatever. So she asks about being congested, and I'm like, no. Really, for me, it's like, I got a scratchy throat, and then, like, even with my sinuses, everything's running down the back of my throat and everything. I mean, I'm blowing my nose and that, but it's, I don't really give it much of a thought. When the one once he got off the phone, automatically, and I'll admit it, even though I knew what it meant, but I looked up congested anyway, because I have my moments. And I thought, well, maybe I should have told her that I am, because I did use nasal spray the other morning, and my nose is starting to bother me more, so. But this is my thing, okay? It's like, I have a chemical imbalance, which makes me a little bit different and everything. I do things a little bit differently. I'm kind of backwards on stuff. I've grown out of a lot of it, but it's still, I have my times and that, and I can't believe I'm actually admitting this, but I'm going to confess it anyway. But there's times, like, people will ask me a question, and I'll be like, no. Then when they walk away, I'll be like, oh my god, I should have said yes. Does anybody else do this? Anybody? I mean, like, when I went, I had actually went to the doctor here, I think it was, like, last month sometime, because I was having problems. I was really, I had this, like, really bad pain in my shoulder and that, and I was having a hard time, and the doctor automatically, well, have you ever had any injuries in your life? No. Well, then I sit there after I say no, and of course I won't correct myself because I feel like a complete idiot, But I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, duh. I got hurt and everything in high school. It was either 7th or 8th grade. I got hurt. And I didn't go to the doctor. I just went home and put ice on it. And I should have went to the doctor because I'm figuring that I messed my neck and that up and everything. And that's why I get to where I hurt at different times. But this was a whole different issue. But I should have said yes. I didn't say yes. Does anybody else do this? I mean, excuse me, is it the chemical imbalance that throws me off that makes me do stuff like this? Because like I said, I do this an awful lot. Especially when it comes to like doctor's offices or out in public and everything. Some of it may be my anxiety, where it's like my mind is like going like overtime, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And sometimes it actually is like that. So if you're sitting there laughing, I'm telling you, it's the truth. There are times where I get so nervous that I'm literally spazzing out in my head and everything. And I wonder when people look at me, can they see it? Can they really see and everything what's going on? Can they see that I'm afraid? Can they see that I'm anxious and everything? Can they see that on the outside, the way that I'm feeling on the inside? And you'd know if you were with me. You'd know how bad it was. Now, my anxiety's not anywhere near as bad as what it used to be, but you knew. And even like now, if I get into a place now where I'm like nervous, I talk an awful lot. Because I'm trying to, I don't know exactly what it is, or like maybe I'll tell like if you were with me, I'd be like, talk to me, just try to keep me calm because I need to be calmed down. It's like going up to get like if I like today or well it'll be tomorrow if I get a prescription, and I go up to get my prescription at Walmart, and I go to get checked out, I'll practically go into a panic attack at the counter. They won't realize it. I don't think they realize it. Even with the way my anxiety is and how it's toned down a bit, I get nervous just standing there. It's like, if I could turn around, it's like, let's say, for instance, and it's probably a poor example, going through a drive-thru, and you get up to the window, as long as I can pay and get up to the next window to get my food, and they give me the food, and I can go, I'm fine. If I have to sit there, now, really, that's a poor example, because if I was standing inside, it would be bad. Sitting out in the vehicle is not so bad. But when I'm at a place where I have to stand there, and I have to wait and everything, and they're looking at you and everything, and my brain automatically goes into overdrive, and I overthink things. And I get so nervous. And I just stand there, and it's like, I've tried over the years to get better with making eye contact, because usually I would just hang my head. I couldn't really do it. I can make better eye contact now, but I just want to flake out, Aaron, because I just get so nervous, and I hate it. I hate it so bad, and people are, well, you can control this, control it, it's all in your head. But what people don't realize is no matter how much you try to control it, there are just certain things that you can't control 100%. No matter how hard I try, I cannot stop, Aaron. I try so hard. And I mean, you ought to see me if I try to sign stuff in public. I mean, my handwriting leaves something to be desired to start. I mean, if I really apply myself, I can be really neat. But when I get places like where I have to sign my name, it looks like chicken scratch because I get so nervous. Or if I have to write something out, I get so nervous that I shake. And especially if the person's sitting there looking at me, I shake so bad because I just get so nervous, and I hate that. It's like, it's hard to understand. It's like, I don't know. I think this chemical imbalance, now I gotta look it up online. This is one thing I haven't looked up, if that can be passed on from birth. Because I think, and I'm not for sure on this. Oh crap, excuse me. I'm gonna go on a coughing jag. I think my dad had a chemical imbalance. But I don't know if you can pass that on or not. But I know, I've been through an awful lot of traumatizing stuff when I was little. Excuse me. And it doesn't make an excuse for things, but it's just the fact that it is what it is, and oh my goodness. It just makes it really hard to do anything, and it's hard to admit it out loud, when you say it, that I'm like that. But I want to say something to anybody else that's like this. I don't like the R word. I don't like people saying that people are retarded. I hate that. It's terrible. It's not like that. I don't care if you are labeled, in medical terms like that. It hurts. It really hurts your feelings. And I've been called it many times, and I hate that. Whether it be just somebody making fun of me, or if they do know that I have a problem. am just like everybody else. We all have something, and this is just my thing that holds me back. And some people probably don't even know that about me. You know, I try to control it as best as I can so that nobody can see it. But there's just times that it comes out. Anyway, I'm going to close this before I die because I don't think you want to watch that. And I'll update here eventually when I actually have something to update and everything. Hopefully I'll get a job here eventually and then I can post with balloons and banners and crap. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. But since I'm doing this, and I said if I did this that I would say it, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter early. I know it's not till Sunday. And just don't forget the reason for the season. This is another instance like Christmas. Don't forget the reason for the season. Because my one friend is very strict. She does not believe in the Easter Bunny. She will not celebrate Easter the way that we do. And it's because it's not something like that. It's a religious holiday. And so many people overlook that. So I think even I, you know, for instance, I'm going to look over my Bible because I need to get educated on that too. Just be thankful for that. What you have. You know, this is going to be my aunt's first holiday now. Well, really the second one since it was St. Patrick's Day too. But the first holiday, you know, since her husband passed. And each day, each week, you know, it's just trying to go on. But it's always there. And so just please pray for her. Pray for anyone who's sick. I heard something about a mining incident. I don't know everything on that, but I heard there's been one fatality on that. Please pray for those people. And pray for safe travels, everything in this weather. And just pray for warm weather. And I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I apologize for the coughing and that. Hopefully the next video I do, I'll be in better shape. Oh, excuse me. But I love you guys and God bless you. Mwah.